Hello, folks. I'm OdinSpack, and welcome to another day of Odin's Collection. This is F-1 Race, and this is also the first Odin's Collection to utilize the Super Game Boy 2 that I recently got. I also recently got F1 Race as well, but well, Super Game Boy 2 is not a childhood game, but F1 Race is one of my childhood Game Boy games, and by mine, I mean it was my brother's, but I still kind of regard it as one of my childhood games. It was one of the 4 Game Boy games, along with Tetris, which I've done another video on, and 2 others, which will eventually make a debut once I track them down. But let's get into F1 Race. We're going to start a Grand Prix, and we're just going to use Type A, and also I'm going to set my controls. No, it's probably fine. But yeah, I kind of wanted to highlight the Super Game Boy 2 a little bit, just to talk about that real fast in this video. It's actually, the reason I got it is it actually runs more proper than the Super Game Boy. It actually runs at the proper Game Boy speed, whereas the original Game Boy actually runs a little faster than, like, a regular Game Boy. And so I've been wanting this for a while. That's not the reason why I wanted the Super Game Boy 2. There's other reasons that I eventually will get it, but anyway, there's a little quick Super Game Boy 2 thing. Now on to F1 Race. I wanted to do this video for a couple of reasons. I want to do a racing game because it's going to be when I'm recording this, not the F1, the Indy 500 is tomorrow. But this is being uploaded on the same day as the Indy 500, so hopefully that makes some sense. I'm sure it does a little bit. We're gonna try to place first here in this race in Australia. I don't know if Indianapolis is a track in this game. Something tells me it's not, because I think it's just countries, but I mean there probably is a United States track, I would imagine. But this game in particular, like I said, this technically the four Game Boy games that are like I really resonate with my childhood before I got like Pokemon and stuff, which was actually mine. I don't know, like I said, these were my brother's games, and this one in particular, this is probably like the least played of those games. I probably played this one way less than any of the other ones. But you know, it's kind of fun. We got first too. Look at us go. He was saying that he won this in like I think like a Lay's chip contest or something like that, which is pretty cool. Oh, yo, Canada, speaking of, yo, track 2's Canada, let's go. But, yeah, so this is like a contest prize, and it came with the 4-player adapter. This is actually a 4-player compatible game as well. So that's kind of neat as well. I've never done that ever, because imagine getting the accessories for that together. Like, it's kind of silly, like the 4-player adapter doesn't even let you, it doesn't even let you connect 2 consoles together. Like, it only has a cable for 1. It's a little silly, honestly. You still need, like, 3 link cables, like, for it to do anything. So, yeah, this game in particular, as far as, like, having, like, big childhood memories, I don't have a lot. However, I have some modern memories with this game, as, when I went to go purchase this game, they had quite a few copies, too. So, you know, I was looking for what I thought was the best condition one. But weirdly enough, and maybe I'll throw up a video, I don't know if it'll be now or not, the game itself was corrupted. Something with the save file, like, messed with the internal memory of the game, and it was impossible to play the Grand Prix mode anymore. Like, you couldn't start a new game, and whenever you went to continue, it would just error the game, and it would just restart. Yeah, so you just couldn't, like, play the main campaign of the game, which was, like, super lame. Like, so, like, this just happened. So now I have a fun story to tell with F1 Race, which I wouldn't have had if I hadn't tried to purchase it for Odin's Collection. Weirdly enough, I also have done this video in the past. Not this exact one, but I have done an Odin's Collection in the past for F1 Race. I don't know what gravitates me towards this game. It feels like a game that, like, I should care about more, like I said, because it is one of those childhood games. But I don't know. There's nothing super exciting about it. Something that's kind of interesting that I think I touched on in the Tetris video is all of the all of the games that were like published by Nintendo, so this is one of them, that came out before the Super Game Boy accessory, they actually launch with like a predetermined palette as chosen by the Super Game Boy. So this purple here, like any game could use this purple palette here, but F1 Race is like designed to use this palette. Like it's the one that they thought looked best for it, which I think is kind of interesting. I think the Tetris one looks really good. I don't know if this is necessarily the best one. I don't know if I'd associate racing with purple, but you know what? I'm not going to mess with it because it's kind of fun for it to have its own, like, chosen palette. So I think that is at least a little neat. It's so weird playing this on the Super Game Boy too, because this has like a new background, a new like border as well. I don't think I like it as much, honestly, but it's still like neat, I suppose. Also, I think that F1 symbol is flipped around, so it says like 1F, first floor. All right, we're in the U.S. By the looks of it, we're kind of like on the East Coast somewhere. It doesn't look like Florida, because you can kind of see like where like the little, like where Florida kind of sticks out the bottom there. This kind of looks like more like maybe like South Carolina or something. I don't know if there's, I mean, there's beaches there, right? There's probably racing. I don't know anything about racing at all as far as like where they take place. So it probably, I would imagine. Also, I hope this game is just like a little buggy maybe, because there's definitely like flickering lines like crazy. And I don't know if that's due to the Super Game Boy 2. I doubt it. I feel like it's due to F1 Race, and maybe this game can just have memory overflow or corruption or something. I honestly, I don't know. It's been so long since I've played it that I couldn't tell you. Maybe I should... Whoa. Whoa. Was that because I wiped out? Or... Because that was looking pretty intense right there. I think that's just because I wiped out. But... I didn't even realize I had a sign there. Oh yeah, there's also music in this game, but good luck hearing any of it over this jet sound effect or like turning. Like, I wonder if the music is any good. You would never know. You would absolutely never know. It's kind of a shame, right? Like, why would they do that? I don't know. The composer of this game, he got a bad deal, obviously. What's that supposed to be in the background? I can't even tell. I'm sure someone's gonna be like, this is where this actually is. Like, did they think this scrolling background was any good? Because I gotta be honest, it's not fantastic. So yeah, for only having 4 Game Boy games, you think I would have played this more and maybe actually had finished it at some point? But no, that's just not the case at all. I never did. I don't know. This game, I guess, never really interested me as much. I think it's just really difficult too. I don't think it's an easy game. There's definitely, whoa man, that section there is really rough. There's definitely better games that have this style of racing. I'm very familiar more with like Top Gear, which is now called Top Racer because I think Top Gear is like the show, so I think they lost the license to that. But that's a whole nother series. That's a whole nother day for sure. Man, I hope I catch up here. This is actually kind of a longer track, it looks like. I don't know if you need to actually finish first in order to... Oh, okay, I see. When you get off track, that's what happens with the colors. Yeah, I don't know if you need to actually get first to advance. Maybe you just need, like, top 3, perhaps. But, well, I passed second there. I don't know what second was doing, but whatever. Yeah, this is actually more of like a Let's Play style of video more than a history lesson. But like I said, the only real history I have with this game is very recent, which I think is kind of interesting. Try again. Okay, so you have to win in this. That's pretty nuts. Well, I think we're gonna probably... Yeah, I think we're probably gonna call it there, honestly. So, we gave 3 tracks a shot. It looks like there's not too many tracks in the game. Maybe like... 9, maybe? Am I counting that right? I don't know if there's any more than 9, but it looks like there's about 9. Well, thank you so much for watching today's Odin's collection. It was a little bit of a weird one, but I got to show off F1 Race for the Indy 500, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, and I got to show off my weird glitchy game. I don't have that one anymore. I returned it, but and I got to show off the Super Game Boy 2 for the first time, so that's fun as well. I will see you next time for the next Odin's Collection. So until then, take care and goodbye.